So the movie starts with a bunch of Vikings in space, except the Vikings are all dead. They got killed by this pink guy with he's got like tentacles on his face. But anyways, all the Vikings are dead except for Thor and Loki. But Thor's almost dead. He's gonna get killed. But the pink guy wants Loki's cube, his little game cube that he has. And so Loki, he's like, hey, I'm gonna give you the game cube, just don't kill my buddy. But then boom, out of nowhere, Hulk comes in, fucks him up. They get in a big tussle, but then actually it turns out Pink Hulk, the pink guy, is stronger than the Hulk and he beats him down. And so we're back at square one. He's got Thor in the death grips. Hulk is pretty much dead too. And then Loki, he brings out the GameCube for real this time and he gives it to him. Pink guy has the cube. He's about to escape, but then before he does, Loki tries to kill him. But pink guy, he's got brains too, not just muscle. He fucks up Loki. Loki's dead for real this time. The Hulk uses his teleport power to go back to Earth after that, and then Thor winds up in space just floating around. Now, next scene, we're back in New York. It's Mr. Strange and his helper friend. They're tracking down Iron Man because they need to protect the Time Stone. You see, Doctor Strange, he's got the Time Stone, one of the stones that pink guy needs to take over the world. So Iron Man and Time Man are talking about what they can do to stop pink guy from taking over the world, and Iron Man says to him, hey, why don't you just destroy the Time Stone that you have so that he won't become all-powerful and destroy everyone? And then Dr. Guy says no. For no reason. Some of Pink Guy's helpers come down to Earth to try and get this stone from our doctor. But he's ready for him. They get in a little tussle. Hulk can't bring it out though. He's still too tired. Iron Man's there. Spider-Man's there. They give these two the 1-2. But then Doctor gets captured, sadly. And he gets taken away in a spaceship. But luckily Spider-Man used his spacesuit to keep on the ship, so he's on the ship sneakily, and so is Iron Man. He used spacesuit too. Then I think it cuts to the Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm pretty sure that's what happens next. They come up to the spaceship where Thor is. They were just passing by, and they found him. They found him floating in the breeze. Anyways, they bring him back to life, and Thor is like, hey, I need to go to my armor store to buy some weapons. So from the Guardians, the raccoon in the tree decided to go with Thor to get some weapons. And then the other guys, they know where Pink Guy's going, I guess, so they decide to go stop him. The next scene, it's the robot guy who has the brain crystal, I guess. He's in Scotland with his girlfriend, and then he gets attacked by some of Pink Guy's goons. But luckily, Captain America, I guess he'd be Captain Scotland in this case, he comes and he saves them, so it's all good. Anyways, they go back to Avengers HQ. They're safe and sound, and then they're talking like, hey, this stone in my brain, he's gonna come try and take it so he can destroy the world. So I guess what we could do is we could just kill me, and then he could never get the stone. Or we could go to Africa and meet Black Panther and have him save me. Basically, they went to Africa to try and save Robot Guy. Anyways, they get to Africa and Black Panther just meets this guy, and this guy is like, hey, I need you to use your brain instruments to save my life. And Black Panther's like, of course. So Black Panther literally uses his whole army to save this one guy, to protect him from the bad guys that are coming to try and take his brain stone. Instead of just killing Robot Guy, that would have stopped all of them. They could have avoided this whole conflict. They just killed Robot Guy, but they couldn't do that because they're friends. Then I guess it's back to Doctor Strange. He's still trapped on the spaceship. But then Iron Man and Spider-Man, they open a door on the spaceship and flush out the bad guy, and he gets dead. And then they save him, and they're like, hey, we need to go back to Earth. Then they're like, actually, let's just take the spaceship to see Thanos because we're going to take him on. And then while they're there, they meet the... Oh, wait, first I have to go back to the Guardians of the Galaxy. They meet Thanos. He basically fucks them up. He kills two of them, actually. Two of the Guardians. And then he steals the green one, the She-Hulk. But actually the two that he killed, they come back to life. Anyways, the Guardians go back to the planet where Iron Man's going so they could defeat Thanos too. They get in a little fight with Iron Man, but it's kind of cute. It's just like a cute little tussle, but then they wind up getting along. Pink Guy, he's on a secret planet with the She-Hulk, the green girl. And he runs into the bad guy from Captain America 1, he says to him. He says, you need to kill your daughter to get the Soul Stone. And so he does. And then he gets the Soul Stone. Anyway, so he goes back to meet Iron Man, and then Iron Man and him fight, and Spider-Man's there, and the Guardians. Yeah, they have a big tussle. Doctor Strange is there, and they almost get him done. They have him on the ropes. They're taking off his big power glove when Star-Lord decides to throw a little bitch fit and fucks up the whole plan. Then Thanos, he basically defeats all the bad guys, and then he's like about to kill Iron Man. And Doctor Strange is like, oh no, don't kill Iron Man. I love him for the 2 hours that I've known him. And it's kind of fucked because earlier, Doctor Strange is like, if it comes down to saving you and Spider-Man or protecting the Time Stone, I gotta protect the Time Stone. And it doesn't really make any sense either, because why didn't you just break the Time Stone? It's not like he was using it for anything anyways, and then Thanos couldn't have executed his master plan. He's about to kill Iron Man, and then he's like, nope, I'll give you the Time Stone, just let Iron Man be. And so he gives him the Time Stone, and Thanos is off. He's going to Africa. He's got 1 stone left to get. So he's in Africa. He's there to get Robot Guy, and the Avengers are on the ropes. Luckily, Thor comes in clutch. He got a new hammer. He kind of saves the day. He kind of steals the show. But then Pink Guy shows up, and everything goes wrong. The Avengers are starting to lose. All the Wakandans, is that how you say it? All the Wakanda warriors, they're getting their asses kicked. And so then Robot Guy's like, hey, girlfriend with magic powers, you gotta kill me. So she does. She kills him just like that with her magic. And then it's like, oh, happy ending. Like, it's too bad Robot Guy couldn't make it, but you know, everyone else in the world is gonna get to live, and that's pretty rad. But then it turns out that Pink Face, he has magic powers from Doctor Strange, and so he turns back time and takes the stone. But then Thor comes in clutch. He slices him with his hammer, but then it's too late because he's all powerful. He couldn't do it. And then he snaps his fingers. But this is the part of the movie where it gets kind of weird. He goes to like this Red Sea area, and I full ass thought that, I was like, oh my god, this movie is just going to be the end of Evangelion, you know, with the Red Sea. I literally thought Com Saucer Todd was going to come on at that part of the movie. I was like really excited. But actually what happens is just like half the characters in the movie, they just turn into ash. Trying to think of who all dies. All the Guardians of the Galaxy except for the raccoon. Black Panther dies. Spider-Man dies. I think that might be it. All those people die. They're gone. After the credits though, there's a scene with Nick Fury, and Nick Fury, he's having a rough day. He gets in a car crash. Major bummer. And then he goes to check who the driver is, and there's no one there. And then on top of that, he turns into ash and floats away. And that's the end of the movie.